Ready to sprint on towards the next episode in our election series? It's recalls, runoffs, and replacements, right here and right now. We have what is known as a representative form of government. So, recall elections can happen when the public no longer believes that elected officials are representing the interests of the people. The first step in a recall is a petition, signed by a high enough percentage of the people in an official's jurisdiction, to indicate that a recall election is worthwhile. If the petition threshold is met and the official doesn't resign, a recall election will be placed on the ballot at the next available election date. The recall is successful if over 50% of the voters vote to remove the official, and if the number of votes for recalls equals or exceeds the number of votes that official received when elected. Speaking of specific percentages, while most offices can be won by a plurality of the votes cast, meaning more votes than any other candidate, some offices must be elected by a majority of the voters, meaning over 50% of the votes cast. In a race with 3 or more candidates, this simple majority requirement can create the opportunity for a runoff election, where the top 2 candidates will go head-to-head shortly after the first election to determine the ultimate winner. In Idaho, runoffs are only held in cities that have passed an ordinance requiring a majority vote to elect a particular office, such as mayor. Finally, what happens if that office goes vacant? State law provides specific processes for the replacement of an elected official. For partisan offices, the party the official was elected from will submit a list of 3 candidates to a higher office, like, say, a commissioner or the governor, who will appoint one of the people on the list to fill the vacancy. The appointment is either for the duration of the original term or until the next general election. For nonpartisan offices, the appointment is typically made by the remaining members of the governing body, where the vacancy occurred. Recalls, runoffs, and replacements aren't that common, but they are important to understand. These are 3 more ways that ensure that your representative form of government keeps working for you and that your voice is heard, not just on the ballot, but in government as a whole. Thanks again for joining us on this journey through elections, processes, and laws. Speaking of laws, in our next series, we'll take a look at what happens when laws get broken. It's Crime Time, our final chapter in the Idaho election series.